All right, great Wednesday morning, everyone. Hope you're doing well. So, I'm Masporo Jr. with Manufactured Home Sales Mastery in with our 15 minutes to mastery that we do each and every day to get your day started off on the right foot with some information, inspiration, and motivation so that you can attack the day and go out there and crush it in manufactured home sales. Hope you're doing well. Episode number 378 of 15 Minutes to Mastery. And I am coming to you live today, live from Chicago, Illinois. I'm in Chicago for the Manufacturing Housing Institute NCC Leadership Forum. That's a long name right there. But anyway, met up with a lot of great people yesterday. Looking forward to all the sessions today and tomorrow, just to be able to get you even more info, even more insight, so that you can go out and attack your career, help as many families as possible to become homeowners the way that you do. So I'm in my room right now, getting ready to head out there this morning. Luckily, it's just a little walk away. So with that being said, we're continuing our theme on ego and eliminating ego. You've been hearing messages over the last couple of days on that, right? And different ways to be able to do that, from collaboration and also with receiving feedback and things of that nature. Today, I want to talk about innovation and growth, and establishing that culture of innovation where you're allowing your team to grow when you are taking the lead. If you're a housing consultant, if you're a community manager out there, you're taking the lead, taking the risk, and innovating. So check this out. Henry Ford wrote, "Companies that actively promote a culture of innovation are 3.5 times more likely to outperform their peers." All right. A company that actively promotes a culture of innovation are 3.5 times more likely to outperform their peers. Now, this was Henry Ford in the Ford era. Okay. I'm sure that at this point in time, that number is probably even more. And so what are you doing? What are we doing to be able to promote a culture of innovation? And why is it so important anyways to have an innovative culture, or be able to promote that within the ranks and make sure that everyone, not just leadership, is taking a role in innovating, in improving what is being offered in the way that the team operates, and in all of those manners. Okay. So we're going to dive into that as we move along, because here's the thing. Okay. We can look at ourselves and say, you know what, I'm just going to take myself for example. Okay. 15 years in the industry, another 15 years prior to that in the housing industry on the site side. And I could say, you know what, I know what it takes, and this is the way it's going to be. And nobody on my team, you know what, you guys just fall in line and you guys go and just do as I say. And this is the way we're going to do it. And this is the way we're always going to do it. And this is the way we've always done it. Right? Heard about that before. Well, here's the thing. Within my team, as a matter of fact, later today, we have a call with my team, and I always encourage everyone to think outside the box. I need them to be thinking forward, to be thinking of ways to improve. How can we do things better? How can we provide a better experience to our clients? What can we do on our end to make our business run smoother and grow exponentially? Because I can't do it all. I don't know it all. And I've got to be open to that. And I am. It makes things a whole lot easier. So let's just start right there. When you're open to innovation, you're open to your team participating in that innovation. It makes your life in management, ownership, whatever it is, easier, right? And a lot of you already know that, but some of us still are a little stubborn, and we want to hold on to that. But because those strong egos, what they do is they keep you from accepting new ideas. They make it challenging on the team to be able to adapt to the changing market. And the market has changed. That's been our message over the last year. The market has changed. It changed even before the last year, but it has especially changed over the last 2.5 years with the rates having gone up the way that they have. The market has changed. How has the market changed? Well, because of the fact that there's 22 million plus families that can no longer buy a site-built home because of the rates and where the payments are now. Payments are twice as much as they were a little over 2.5 years ago. So now they need to come and see about possibly getting themselves a manufactured home. But now you're dealing with a different type of buyer. So that buyer has caused our industry to change. It evolved. It must evolve. That's why the product continues to grow and evolve, right? But those ego-driven environments, they stifle, they constrain, they keep the open-mindedness from happening. They limit what goes on. They limit the productivity. They limit the innovation. They limit the amount of growth you could have. I wrote an article for Mindset Monday this week where we were talking about how the only way that we're going to take this industry from the 9 to 10% market share that we have across the board, across the country, is by changing the way we do things, is by accepting the fact that we need to change, is by accepting the fact that there are other ways to do things than the way we were doing it prior for the last 30 years in this industry. You have a new client base, and because of that, you should change. We all should change. We all should grow. We all should continue to move forward so that we can it's not just even about the business. Look, you're going to increase market share no matter what if you do, okay? Which is a great thing. But we should just do it because it's the right thing to do. Because there are so many people caught in the middle. There's so many people caught in the middle of that. They can't buy that site-built home, and they don't really want to buy the manufactured home because of the buying experience they have to go through, because of who we are and how we treat the industry, how we treat the product, how we treat ourselves, and the respect that we have. So it's that limiting mindset, that ego of this is how we've always done it, and we've always served this clientele over here, but these people, they're bougie. No, they're not. They're just people. They're people, and it's a different market. And we need to innovate to get to that, right? So when the sales teams and management and ownership resist that, it's when you have that. Now, when you back in your administration, admin also resists improvement in processes, well, leads to stagnation. It leads to lost business because your deals start to fall apart. It leads to bad customer service because you're moving slowly. Slower than what people are accustomed to. People are accustomed to instant responses. And we are not willing to budge. A lot of folks out there, a lot of folks in the industry are not willing to budge. And you're getting left behind. And you wonder why you're not even at the same market share that you were before. You're actually regressing. It's because of that lack of innovation. Now, high-performing sales consultants, high-performing community managers, high-performing retail locations or companies that are in the community space, those high performers, they embrace the adaptability. I was having a conversation yesterday with one of the gentlemen from one of the companies that's here, right? They own this group that owns, I think it's somewhere at about a little over 100 communities across the country. And even they were having that conversation with me, and I didn't even stir this thing up, but they were like, man, why are we so far behind as an industry? Why is it that it's like 30, we're 20 years behind on everything? And it's the truth. But this group is a high performing group. They're innovative. They're moving. They're finding new ways to get things done. Oh yeah, by the way, they're also a client of ours. But they are those because of their innovative mindset and the way they are. That's why they've partnered up with us, because they see the value in it. Now, this isn't a pitch for us. I'm talking more to you right now on how high performing companies, high performing individuals, they're always looking for new strategies, new ways to do things, improving how to be able to improve processes, systems, and inventory and just everything around so that it becomes more efficient, more effective, and that we're moving with time, because it's only going to continue to change. Look at where we are right now, even with AI, and it just got released recently. And look at how much there is of it all around us now. Folks, as much as you want to fight it, we have to grow. We have to change. We have to move forward. And the great thing about it is when you do that, you're only helping more families. And that's what it should be about, right? So those high performing companies, they understand that flexibility, that willingness to be able to try those new approaches is essential for their constant changing market that we're in. So we've got to keep doing it. And so a lot of sales organizations, a lot of organizations out here in the manufacturing home world, right? Those processes that you've had in place forever never get audited. They go unquestioned. You're not analyzing them to see where can we improve it, what can we improve, what needs to be tweaked, right? That's the way it's always been done. And that's why here, Manufacturing Home Sales Mastery, we challenge the status quo by coming in and promoting that culture, right? That values innovation, not just within our own team, but within the teams that we're working with. We're always telling them, you are all responsible for the growth of this company. We need you to come to us with things that you're seeing. You need to bring ideas, right? We encourage team members to test new things. I tell them all the time. I brought it up before. Last week I was with one of our clients, and we had one of the sales consultants lead one of the training sessions. And he was saying, well, I know this goes a little bit against what Caesar says, but I've been doing this and this has been working. And it's like I told him, man, I said, look, our stuff is just a foundation. We want you to try new things. We just want you to know that this is where it starts. Grow it from there. Make it better. Because there's always going to be new things that people are responding to, right? Those kinds of things we encourage. Go out and do those, test those, and contribute to the growth of the company, contribute to your growth and your own financial growth by bringing those new ideas, testing them out. And if they're working, let's go, let's run with it. If anyone in management, if anybody in ownership is saying, you bring an idea and they're telling you, no, this is where we're going to stay. And what you're bringing is something that really benefits, you're probably in the wrong organization. I'm just going to tell you that. And for those of you that are doing that are telling your teams, no, you need to reconsider that because you're falling behind, right? So what are the best ways that we can encourage innovation and adaptability? Well, I'm glad that you asked, right? We're going to run through these here real quick. Encourage creative problem solving. Always be encouraging your team to come up with solutions. You got to be solution oriented. Promote that within the culture of your organization. Ask them to think outside the box. Have them bring you solutions, not problems. Encourage that problem solving. Set time for idea sharing. In your meeting, you got to have some time where, hey, what do you have? What's been working? What do you think we need to do? Bring that in. Okay. All the great leaders do that. They take input. They're not just giving, they're getting input from their team. Whether it's in the corporate world or even here recently, if you were watching, the elections and you watch the candidates out there, when they were doing their interviews or they were on podcasts, okay, you could tell who was open to ideas and you could tell who was just speaking. One candidate would even ask the interviewers, the podcasters, questions for information, like to give them answers, give them opinions, give them thoughts. That's the kind of leadership that you want to have, right? And you got to reward risk taking. You got to reward those people that take those risks and put themselves out there, whether it turns out good or not. You don't want to, if it doesn't, you don't want to beat them down for it. Now, if it didn't work and it costs the company some money or whatever, we got to look at it and see, hey, what could we have done better? But you still don't squash it and kill that trait within that person. Encourage that, reward the risk taking, and stay updated on the market trends. Stay updated on what's going on, not just within our industry. What is going on around us? How is everyone else moving forward? How are buyers working? That's what we bring in our programs. Is based on what's out here. We could train you just on what Manufactured Homes is about, but we'd be no different than anything else. You wouldn't be learning anything. That's why we bring in what's out in the world outside of our little manufactured home bubble. We go out there and look at how people are doing things, how they're thinking and feeling. We're looking at all that stuff, and we're putting it together in our programs so that all your housing consultants, all you community managers can operate in the manner that is going to be in line with the way people are thinking right now. And then lastly, you have to encourage flexibility in roles. Okay. Everyone has their roles, but it's everybody's responsibility to move the company forward. So if somebody's dropping the ball on something, somebody's got to step up. Somebody's got to get in there and make it happen. And we have our roles, but it's everyone's responsibility to move the company forward. So encourage that flexibility in roles. And if you can do that, you'd be doing some great things for yourself, for your company, for your clients, and everyone. And because of that, that's why we want to encourage everyone to be a part of our 2025 Path to Mastery event. It's going on this Monday and Tuesday already, man. We're days away. I'm excited about it. Speakers are all lined up. We're ready to go, from Doug Tolene, Champion Homes, David Finney, Build Media, Thomas Dunn, Manufactured Housing Industry of Arizona, Sergio Rios with Gold Financial Home Loans, Edward Leos, John Maxwell, Leadership Coach, and myself coming in, speaking to you, pouring into you and your teams on time management, leadership skills, professional development, and their goal setting for all of 2025. Plus, they're going to be a part of a mastermind that's going to be meeting once a month, every month during 2025 to make sure they're on track on their goals or what needs to be adjusted. And at the same time, bringing them some other speakers throughout the year that will also pour into them as well. We would love for you to be a part of it. Go to manufacturedhomesalesmastery.com, click on the link for the details. You take you to the page. You can see, read, watch videos on everything that it's going to be all about. Watch videos from the speakers that are going to be on it, because we know that you're going to benefit from it. So go get signed up right now. It's only $225. And the great thing about it, 75% of that $225 going to the American Red Cross. We're going to donate it to the Manufactured to Win fundraiser for the hurricane victims of Helene and Milton. Then the other 25% we're using to sponsor our industry brothers in those areas so that they can attend the event for free. It's Monday and Tuesday, 18th, 19th, from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. It will also be recorded in case you can't be there live. You will get the recording of it, the workbook and everything, and you'll be a part of the mastermind group. So go get signed up right now. Share the link with everyone. Get everyone on your team on this thing. It's only $225, and all of that money is going to help the victims of Hurricanes Helene and Milton. So do a great thing and do a great service for yourself. Join us for the 2025 Path to Mastery event. I got to get out of here. I got to go get into these sessions. You guys have a great, great Thursday. Is it Thursday? Oh, it's Thursday. Oh my gosh. Have a great Thursday. All right. We'll be talking again soon. Until then, I can't wait to meet you.